Well, I'm at an airport. I'm at an airport for a reason. While I'm at this airport, I'm gonna drive through slowly. We're gonna have a look at education. Alright, guys? I want you guys to listen to this. You know, about a couple years ago, I did a video. And this man, we went to Jamaica. And him stuff them stolen out of his suitcase, including, I think him said there's a bottle of liquor in there. I don't know what kind of liquor it was, some drink. But he was going to Jamaica on some special occasion, birthday, and he wasn't going to open it until he reached Jamaica. Good afternoon, baby. So when he reached Jamaica, he claims it missing. There's also other people, and him say, him like him couldn't pinpoint where him lose it from. Did somebody in Jamaica steal it? He was coming from Fort Lauderdale, and I'm in Fort Lauderdale right now, Fort Lauderdale Airport. Now, did somebody stole it? Him don't know. There's a lot of people don't know which part of them stuff gets stolen. It gets stolen in foreign. It gets stolen in Jamaica. I don't know. But listen, people, I'm going to play some from ABC News. Them did a report. Them do some investigation. Then find out that TSA workers, the people who screen our bags in the airport, people, the same people that we have to take off our shoes too. The same people who go to our bags and make sure everything all right. They make sure you go to the thing and you hold up your hand, the scanner, and you hold up your hand. If they find a sweetie paper in your pocket, you go up on the next side. They might use the hand scanner and they might scan it down. You cannot believe what me hear from ABC News. You know, me know say people are people. And people prone to make mistakes. But this level of skullduggery while going at TSA is nerve-wracking. So let us listen. It's a video. It's an ABC News, but as usual, we're only gonna work with the audio, my people. This is sickening.
If you ever lost something at an airport, you probably wondered where that digital camera or iPod really ended up. Well, tonight, we've got a sting operation that could bring you some answers. Sometimes your favorite shiny toys can end up in the homes of people who screen your baggage, the TSA officers at the security gate. With the help of simple tracking technology and some tempting bait, ABC's Brian Ross brings us this Nightline Investigates.
This is the TSA security screening checkpoint at Terminal B of the airport in Orlando, Florida. A place where this $600 iPad belonging to ABC News was left behind on purpose and then disappeared. ABC News tape shows it was last seen at the airport in the hands of this TSA officer, Andy Ramirez. And then several hours later, we were able to track our iPad using its Find Me app as it moved away from the airport, step by step, until it stopped at an address 30 miles away in Claremont, Florida, the home of the same TSA officer last seen with our iPad. 2 weeks later, we showed up to get it back from TSA officer Ramirez.
Brian Ross from ABC News. If you can give me a hand here. We're looking for a missing iPad.
Missing iPad?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the tracking device shows that it's located right here at the desk.
Okay.
Is it here?
No, sir.
But as you see, that would turn out to be not true.
It's horrible that you would have individuals engaged in this activity, wearing a federal badge, conducting a security check. This is the tip of the iceberg.
We found case after case of TSA theft in our ABC News investigation, including this TSA officer in Memphis, seen at an empty ticket counter trying to stash a laptop left behind at a security checkpoint, and then draping a jacket over it and walking away. He was convicted of theft and fired. According to new figures provided to ABC News by the TSA, some 381 TSA officers have been fired for theft, 11 this year alone.
Wow.
It was like being on drugs. It was like an addiction that I couldn't shake.
Addicted to stealing?
Yeah, I was like, what am I doing? But the next day, I was right back at it.
To date, no TSA officer has been caught stealing more than Pythias Brown. He manned a luggage screening machine at the Newark airport and estimates he stole some $800,000 worth of items from passenger luggage in a 4-year crime spree.
I could tell whether it was cameras or laptops or portable cameras or whatever kind of electronic was in the bag.
That's what you wanted.
Yes,
And then once you saw that,
I would alarm the bag.
which gave you the justification to open it?
Yes.
Just out of prison where he served 3 years, Brown told ABC News theft was easy, part of a culture of indifference at TSA, whose officers are among the lowest paid employees of the federal government. You knew what you were doing was wrong.
Yes.
It was theft,
Yes.
but you did it
Yes.
anyway.
Yes.
Why did you do it?
Just playing in with the rest of them of I don't care and they ain't treating us right and they're not paying us right.
Brown showed us the exit he used at the airport, where he says no one's checked for stolen goods.
It was so easy. One day I walked right out of the checkpoint with the Nintendo Wii in my hand.
Nobody said anything?
Nobody said a word.
Anybody ever say, watch yourself?
Yeah. One gentleman that used to work in the office one day came to me and said, they were talking about you in the office. Be careful. I said, okay.
You got a tip off.
Yeah.
For passengers who are victims of TSA theft, many find they are on their own when something goes missing.
I wasn't happy. And the cold shoulder from the airline was even more devastating.
Dallas businessman Dirk Wenzloff had to track down his iPad himself after it disappeared from his checked luggage.
I was kind of astonished it wasn't but a few miles away from the airport.
Using the Find Me app, Wenzloff tracked his missing iPad to the home of this man, TSA officer Clayton Dovell, who authorities say was found with at least 5 other stolen iPads when he was arrested.
The fact that he used his position to violate that trust makes it so much worse.
Wow.
In our own investigation, involving 10 major airports, all with a history of TSA theft, we checked bags with iPads and cash and purposely left behind iPads at TSA checkpoints. All the luggage made it past TSA safely.
We've gotten the $500 and the iPad.
And in 9 out of 10 cases, at carry-on checkpoints,
Please come back to the podium and play your iron.
TSA screening officers did exactly what they are trained to do. But it was a different story in Orlando, where our iPad was last seen in the hands of TSA officer Andy Ramirez. We waited 2 weeks before we showed up at Ramirez's house. The tracking device shows that it's located right here at this address.
Okay.
Is it here?
No, sir.
And again, Ramirez denied knowing anything about the missing iPad.
Did you take it?
No, sir.
You did not take
No,
it.
sir.
But shortly after we set off an audible alarm on the missing iPad, Ramirez produced it.
You found it. There it is.
Turn the camera off.
With his TSA uniform now off, Ramirez said it was his wife who had taken the iPad, not him.
Come on in, sir.
No, I don't want to come inside. I want you to explain how this iPad left at a TSA screening station ended up in your house.
My wife's, I'm so embarrassed.
Your wife?
My wife says she got the iPad and brought it home.
You know, that can't be true because the last time we saw it was in your hands.
Wow.
Ramirez was fired by the TSA late yesterday.
Wow.
It says it has a zero tolerance policy for stealing from passengers. The TSA director refused to be interviewed for our report, but in a statement, the agency said the vast majority of its employees are honest, hardworking individuals. But of course, it only takes a few.
Yeah. This wife pack up her husband suitcase, send him come to Jamaica and a family stuff. I think him have a birthday. I mean, the man said there was a special type of liquor in it, some type of drink. He said, nah, bossy until he got to Jamaica. When he got to Jamaica, the buckle gone. I mean, I said to myself, you know, say, I don't have to Jamaica. Because I say I come from Florida, Fort Lauderdale. They say, you know, I don't have to Jamaica. You know, say enough thing about Jamaica get the blame like those. I'm not saying that people don't do a finger on a sticky. But I want to understand some more widespread stuff this. Some people are work there, like them the report say, they are low paid, and there's the people and stuff that come through, and that's how them roll. Now, there's this lady. I heard a story about this lady. There was a story about this lady who rent some people a house. So one of the man that she rent the house is a TSA worker. So when she got the house, me know if him left or what that man she got the house. Me hear say all type of suitcase in the man house. All kind of an expensive suitcase. This TSA worker only steal expensive suitcase. Can't think that if you have expensive suitcase, you must have expensive goods inside. Some specialize in expensive suitcase. People, this video right here is just an awareness. So we can move your ball. I want to check, put your check luggage and it gone rounds up on the conveyor belt and wait. Put on the stick up on it and you're gone to the security checkpoint and because you know your luggage gone, it got gone and it's way to the plane bottom. From you let it out your hand right there to under the plane bottom, it seems as if people are going into people things. You hear me I say? They might go to your things and take it out. So we have to start pay special attention. And as you can see that iPad, they have the Find Me app on it. Even though they went to the TSA worker because they could follow it, moving from the airport, they might track it on GPS all the way to a whole another about 30 miles away from the airport. And that's where that TSA worker lived. So when I went to his house, him straight take God off of the cross. So no, it's not me, I'm a blame him wife now. Because he knows him have a federal job, he probably say, you know what, I better throw my wife under the bus. So if anything happens, I still have my job with the federal government. I'm not coming a federal crime while working with them. He said that was his wife, but it was not his wife who stole it, as we could hear. It's at ABC News, guys. ABC News. So I'm stole. So when I'm turn and activate the Find My Device app, and yes, I mean, people don't know that. For those of us who have the tile for your phone, the tile, we have the tile and all these different type of app to find our phone or keys and all that. We have that, people. You know, if you can't find my phone, you know, and your keys and all that good thing there. So that's what happened. Some people know some technology, and there's a TSA. That's embarrassing, you know, people. People that is embarrassing and know say the type of work you are do. You know, it's a trusted job, and come to find out that you are thief people stuff. Man, they should have get many years be embarrassed to that. So now, if them a thing are going a big foreign, Uno come here. Shh, don't tell nobody nothing. Come here. It's between me and Uno, Jamaican people, you see? Alright, no. If them a say things are going a big foreign, where things are going a yard? Me ask you a question again. If them a say things are going a big foreign, the man say, easy man, it's easy to just walk off. You know, just with the iPad. One man have half a dozen laptop. Cause it's so easy, man, like stealing a candy from a cookie from a kid. A candy from a kid. That's how easy it is. One man said could stop. One man he got jail feet and they get busted and got prison feet. So now I confess and I give report. He said couldn't stop because it was so easy and everybody was doing it. Why not? It was only one time somebody warned him and said, hey, they're talking about you in the office. But why not? Everybody doing it. Well, hey, nobody get checked for stolen luggage and stuff. So if it's a slack, I them a big place, yeah. Hello? Hello? Somebody calling the phone. Hello? If it have them a place, yeah, so rampant. Them a place about talk about. If they get for slide, what happened some other place? Anyway, people, let's pray and hope that our TSA workers back home are not doing this. Because we're not going to use one dirty brush and paint up everybody because we know a certain thing lacks in our country. And we should assume that our TSA worker are people of the highest integrity and they will not steal a candy bar. So let's not address our TSA workers thieves or anything like that back in Jamaica. You understand me? We must always assume the best, you know, expect the best from everybody until they show us otherwise. Do you understand me, people? So let's assume that our TSA workers back in Jamaica are people of the highest standard and the highest integrity. Good quality people who will never really do anything. You know why? Because they have hair growing in their hands. They got hair growing in their hands, people. So I hope that video was enlightening. I hope as usual. We got about my business again, people. We love you, and manners and total respect to every Jamaicans a yard and abroad, Jamaican lovers, or anybody who just listen and understand this video. Talk to you guys later. Enough love. Peace out there.